Okay, so your recollection of the Joseph story.
Okay, so his brother sold him into slavery. Or, man. No, he was cast into prison for doing the right thing for Potiphar and running away from Potiphar, but Potiphar.
Okay, that was the second time.
Right.
So the first time he tells his vision is a good son, honorable son, and his brothers throw him into a pit and sell him into slavery.
Yes.
That's the first time he
tried doing the right thing.
Is suffers because of doing the right thing.
Right.
So then he ends up as a servant in Potiphar's house. And again, he's honorable, he works hard, and he tells the truth. And what happens there? Potiphar's wife wants to lie with him.
wants to lie with him. Yeah.
Joseph does the right thing and leaves.
Tears his coat from him, or whatever, and then she hurt herself.
Despite him being honest, Potiphar again there. What happens? Does he believe Joseph?
Does Potiphar believe Joseph? He does. He does. I believe he does.
Okay.
He knows him to be honorable.
And what happens?
To save his own pride, he throws him into prison, into the darkest cell.
Now we're at the prison. You're right.
Right. Yeah, and I already went over that.
That's the second time Joseph has acted honorably, done the right thing, and had suffered because of.
Yeah.
In spite of it.
Yeah.
I should say, in spite of doing the right thing, being honorable and honest.
Right.
He suffers again. Okay, so now he's in prison. What happens in prison?
He survives somehow. He gains the trust of the God. God saves him. God keeps him alive. You know, he knows God. He prays to God and communicates with God.
Yeah, despite all the suffering. Despite doing the right
He's
thing.
He's like, okay, I'll die, God. I will die. Whenever you want, I'm okay. But
I'll continue.
Do you want me to save your children? Do you want me to save the others and bring them back? I think that was his prayer. I'll do anything. Okay. And he's like, look, I'm ready to die. I'm starving. I'm practically starving. I'm on my deathbed. Yeah, it sucks, but life will go on. But anyways, so God provides. God provides.
Okay.
Providence. He provides for him.
Okay, so what happens to him when he's in prison?
And then he begins to gain the trust of the prison guard for whatever reason. I wish there was more detail. That'd be really interesting.
Well, again, he probably does what he's always done. He's worked hard.
Right. He's been obedient. He's like, okay, here. All right, food. You have food? Okay. Do you want me to do anything else? Much like Arthur. Okay. I bet you he was that way. He was a good servant. And so they're like, hey, I can trust him. Look, I can bring him out of his cage. He's not going to hurt me. Why do I have a cage for Arthur? You just got to learn. Arthur! Whatever, he's probably in his cage, actually. Were you in your cage or were you laying on my floor? He wants to lie on my floor. He laid next to my bed last night.
He's looking after you,
Sean. Yeah, he is. He's my guard dog. He's like, Sean's good. He's going to do something good. I got to protect him. So, so he gains the trust. He's a good, obedient, loving. He's basically almost, I don't know, maybe God in the flesh. You know, like he's just good. He's just so good. Not perfect God, you know, but I don't know, just a being. One of his great creations, maybe. I don't know, but just good, very good. So anyways, gains the trust, and then they trust him more and more. He has, don't they start allowing him to like manage? I think they start allowing him to manage like the prison cell and some of the responsibilities so that they can go do something else. And then they start having these bad dreams, idolatry. The prison guard and also the butcher, right? Don't they both come to him?
Close. They're both servants of the palace, servants of the Pharaoh.
Okay. Yeah, remind me of that. I'm trying to remember it. They're both servants of the palace. Okay, one's obviously the prison guard. That was the one that trusted him, so he was like, yeah, he's good. the butcher. I thought they both started having dreams, or
They were both cast into prison by the Pharaoh.
okay.
And while they were in prison, they both had a dream.
Okay.
And they heard that Pharaoh was a man of God, and
Joseph.
I'm sorry, Joseph was a man of God. And they sought Joseph out to interpret their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember how Joseph...
Oh yeah, that's right. And he was already the manager. He was already the manager of the prison. Okay, so they did some other shady stuff, probably because of idolatry, because Joseph Smith was doing all the work.
Joseph who?
Or Joseph, I don't know his last name. Joseph.
Son of Jacob.
Son of Jacob. And they're like, Joseph, get us out of here. We're having these dreams. Can you explain? And because of the gift of God, he tells them what's going to happen.
What's he tell them?
One of you will be saved, right? The other one will be killed for...
Remember, he tells the one guy comes in and says, please interpret my dream.
Yeah.
And Job says, and
you don't want me to.
3 days, or how many days,
right?
You'll appear before the Pharaoh, and you'll be set free. And so the other hears that and says, hey, well, will you interpret?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This guy's going to be this one.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, mine's the same, right? Nah, you're going to die. You're going to be killed. What did Abinadi do? Remember? You know, I've had thoughts about Abinadi. When he goes to King Noah and they can't touch him, I imagine either people liked him and they're like, hey, lay off this guy, but probably not, because if they did that to King Noah, they would be killed. So I bet you he was in a court remember when they brought him before King Noah, you know, like his priests and everything, and they're like, seize him, you know, stop him from speaking. And they couldn't touch him. I imagine they just like whoop 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 whoop. He's like, all right, here, like wraps his, like they dodge, they got spears or something, and he's faster than them, and he sees it quicker, and he can manipulate everything because God is showing him like every step, every move. He's strong, you know. He's worked. He's got the. Imagine him like how old was Abinadi?
You make it sound like Morpheus in the Matrix.
Yeah, I know, didn't I? Where he's moving. He can dodge everything because he knows when it's gonna happen. He can see time. Remember Mistborn? Did you listen to Mistborn? Yeah.
I read the books.
Yeah. The what metal is it that lets you see all the possibilities all at once, and then that's the most valuable metal. I forgot what it was. Anyways, you'll find that interesting, Luke.
You're assuming you're going to share this with Luke?
Oh yeah, I'm sharing it with Luke. I don't care.
So
he gets it, you know. They love me. And they're like, wait.
No, they do love you, Sean. Our family adores you.
Yeah.
You're our nieces and nephews.
Oh, hey, by the way, I think Forrest, all your kids are great, but Forrest is going to become like this, probably a druid. I think he's going to love animals.
Yeah, they have some special kids. All of our nieces and nephews are all special. They're all super unique.
I'm going to tell a story. This is for sure, Luke. It's funny, but it's like it's happy. Like when I cry like this, because I'm so happy. But this story is funny. So when I took Kendall out on that run with Arthur, and she was on her bike, Forrest wanted to go so bad. He's like, I want to come. And Kendall was like, your legs are too short. You can't keep up. I was like, yeah, your legs are too short. And he's like, he got so sad. He's like, okay. I was like, hey, but maybe when you grow a little bit bigger, you'll be fast enough. He's just a little bigger. He's like, okay. I'm sorry, but you won't be able to keep up. And he's like, that's okay. It was like the cutest, most heartbreaking thing, you know?
You just accepted his fate.
Yeah. I'll be big one day. I can run. I'll run with Arthur or another dog someday. Oh man, he would have kept. I guarantee you, he would have stayed back. He'd be like, "Oh, Forrest is coming along." You know, okay, I'll run, but I can't. We have to make sure Forrest stays close. You know, I bet you Arthur would have done that. But anyways, what are you talking about?
Sean, you have an incredible impact on children's lives, and
Yeah.
I think you're calling to.
By the way,
scout.
By the way, this is like the effects right now of this cannabis that it makes me. It's a medicine for your mind, and that's what I was going to tell you guys before I got distracted with all those other thoughts and ideas. That for whatever reason, the THC when you attach it to fat and the sugar takes. It creates myelination in your brain, so you have gray and white matter. White matter is the myelinated. It creates faster connections between the neurons, so your memories that are created. And then the gray matter is just neurons. They're not connected to anything yet. And so they did a research and they said, oh, people that use cannabis have more white matter, meaning they have more myelinated, axon myelinated neurons, memories that connect to everything else, and that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing how everything in my life has brought me to where I am. So anyways.
So Sean, let me let's
It's a plant from God, by the way.
let's finish up with Joseph Smith.
It's medicine. It's medicine. It's not a drug.
Joseph, the son of Jacob. So he predicts or he foretells.
Right, and then it happens, and then the guy gets raised up. Right,
But what does he ask? What does he tell?
he was
the one-
justified, or he was.
But what does he ask of the one that he interprets the dream that you said you'll be?
Can you go speak to Pharaoh? Or yeah, it's something like that, right?
Will you speak to Pharaoh on my behalf
Yeah.
and let him know I'm innocent?
Oh, of Potiphar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, he predicted this dream. He predicted you were going to set me free, and he predicted this guy was going to die.
He
And
said-
Pharaoh was having dreams at that time.
Well, no, not at that time.
No, not at that time?
Well, he may have been having dreams, but not the
No,
dreams.
he was having dreams. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Pharaoh was having dreams, and nobody could answer him. Nobody made sense of him. And then the guy was raised up. No, listen. The prison manager, who was first accused, but he's a good guy, was set free, right? Because it was a butcher. And Pharaoh was having dreams. And then this guy was raised up to a higher position. And he's like, hey, Pharaoh, there's somebody who predicted my dream
Well, Sean,
while I was cast in prison.
you're missing an important part of this.
But,
Okay. So, you're right. Joseph does talk to the person who interprets the dream and says, you're going to live. And he asks, when you're freed and you have an audience with Pharaoh, will you speak on my behalf? And let him know that I interpret your dreams, not by myself, but by the power and will of God.
God, yeah.
And ask him to speak on his behalf.
Mm-hmm.
So the two prisoners go to stand before Pharaoh, and what happens? Pharaoh does exactly what Joseph foretold.
Yeah. We're past that.
But does the one is killed,
Yeah.
and the servants that set free?
He gets raised up to a higher position because he was.
But does he take the opportunity like he was asked when he was there, when he has an audience with Pharaoh? Does he use
Oh,
that
does he?
opportunity?
Oh, you know what?
to
Doesn't he
plead
forget?
Yeah.
Or he doesn't?
He doesn't, and it's
Okay.
not until much later when you talk about him being
No.
raised up. So again, Joseph has done the right thing, been honorable, been faithful, had a hope for his reprieve, and again, men have betrayed him and failed him, and he finds himself still serving time in prison.
Yeah.
And it's not till later, much later, he's still been in prison, that the servant who was freed has been raised up, and Pharaoh then has his dream. And Pharaoh then shares his dream, and nobody can interpret it, and the servant overhears it. And then all of a sudden, after all this time that's passed, the servant remembers, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't go immediately. Oh yeah, there's Joseph. Yeah, he can take care of this. He can probably translate this. If there's one person that can do it, it's Joseph. Okay, all right.
And so then he goes in front of
You know what? Maybe it's because he was fearful that if he was like, hey, I know a guy that can enter. Or maybe there wasn't a reason for him to go. Yeah, he's just like, wait, why would I say any of this? Okay.
But
I can
think
see
it's,
that.
It's a beautiful story because after
Right.
all that time that had passed.
Right. He's like, okay, fine. You didn't go do this thing that I asked, so now I have to stay here and serve longer. That's okay.
And does he lose faith?
No.
Does he become
No.
bitter?
Nope. Nope.
Does he become angry and a bad servant or a bad?
Nope. He just continues.
Turns
He's just
his
like,
own
well, I
story.
can still do good. I can still do good, even if like it hasn't happened yet. I can.
Even if
still
he
do
spends
good.
the rest of his days in prison, he's going
Right.
to continue to honor God, be
Right.
faithful, work hard,
Right.
and be honest.
You know what I want to do right now?
Okay.
I want to go read my. Hold on. Do you want to pause it?
Well, are you going to be back soon or?
Yeah, I'll do it right.
Yeah, go on right back.
Did you? Still going?
It's still, so let me pause.
Hey, Mom.